Well guys, welcome back to another episode. We are not in Brazil anymore. We are in Mexico. Which is kind of crazy to believe that I went on 2 international trips back to back, but this opportunity was given to me after Brazil and I did not want to turn it down. Everybody's here, all the Googans. John's coming in a few days later just due to the fact that he wanted to take a little break after Brazil. But I actually ended up missing my flight. So instead of going straight to Mexico, I actually stayed in Dallas one night. It was kind of crazy what happened when I missed my flight because the flight was delayed, so I missed my connection. I accidentally grabbed somebody's wrong bag. It was a complete and utter mess. I wish I would have vlogged it, but it was 5 in the morning and I was just absolutely insane and crazy out of my mind. Anyways, due to the fact that I was a day late, everybody went to Mexico a day early without me. Hey Rooster, can you shut the hell up? Okay. But, anyways, all of that set aside, Sam. I'm gonna bring Sam in right now. This is Sam.
How's it going?
How's it going? So we're sitting here on the porch of the place we're staying. So what happened? You got here a day early?
Yeah, I got here day early. Well, you like called me and you're like, dude, it's not gonna happen. Like, I can't make it to Mexico. I was like, what do you mean you're not going to Mexico? Like, we have this plan. You're like, I'm not gonna make the flight. You gotta fly with the boys.
Yeah, so he ended up coming a day early. And I haven't really done a lot with Sam. I did a Q&A on my other channel with him. So he's behind the camera, but he's also a part of this series. You know, he's a great dude. Everybody loves him. He doesn't only help me out with this, with AP Bassin. He helps me out with everything else I do, as well as Guggen stuff. Whenever you see 2 different camera angles with Guggen, he's filming the Guggen stuff as well. So we've kind of created such a, we've got Wes, we've got Sam, we've got John, we've got Flair. It's just, we've got Winston who's here too, we got Justin who's here. It's just a whole team creating content together. And instead of Sam sitting around and doing nothing the day that I wasn't here, he went out. And this is kind of a little vlog he shot.
Well, on a plane, no Peric. Rob, you want to give some insight on why Peric is not on this plane with us?
Well, you guys aren't going to believe this, but he actually picked up the wrong bags at a different airport, missed his flight, and is stuck in Miami. Somewhere in Miami?
Yeah, I think
stuck in Miami. He won't be here till tomorrow, so Peric's stuck in Miami alone, without clothes or toothbrush.
And he's coming from the Amazon. I mean, that sounds unbelievable, but I guess if you know Peric or watch his videos, maybe that is believable.
No, it is. He goes in.
We'll see you when we touch down, folks.
We made it down to Mexico. We're gonna travel a little bit to a few different lakes, pick up some secret baits, and hopefully get on some giant Mexico largemouth bass. We just made it to Cosala, Mexico. This is right behind me is the oldest church in Mexico, built in 1565. I'm not a history buff or anything. That's just what they told us. But this town is like definitely popping. We just drove like a couple hours through the mountains, and there was like nothing. It was just mountains. And then this town out of nowhere just pops out. It's definitely like, I don't know if you'd say a tourist town, but it's just like a happening town. Like there's just a lot of people.
It's crazy.
This town's pretty popping.
I mean, this is like more lit than cornfields back in home in Nebraska, so I'd say it's pretty popping, you know.
We're not in Nebraska anymore, boys. We made it, so I think we're gonna go grab some grub now. This is where I think I'm gonna sign out for the day. We flew in early this morning and drove a long way through the mountains of Mexico to get here, but we made it, and I'm glad we're here. So Peric's not here. I think I'm gonna fish tomorrow because he's got a long day of traveling till he gets here, and we can start filming. But I'm jacked. We're going fishing tomorrow, and we'll see you on the water.
To you, buddy. Just like, it's probably that.
Little dude.
So far, me and Jose have flipped a lot of bushes. I've been using that big 1 ounce spinnerbait quite a bit, but I haven't had any luck on it. So far, it's mainly just been that Odin jig, like 1 ounce, and Jose's been doing an amazing job bringing me to good spots, and I've had some big bites. I've missed a few, but hopefully that jig bite continues to stay hot, and that spinnerbait bite is kind of turns around too. So let's get after him. Heck yeah.
Oh yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh, that's a beast! Oh, holy smokes! Oh my gosh! Yes! That's an awesome fish. Wow, he's thick. Holy smokes, he smoked it so hard. Oh, we're just flipping some brush. It's probably 16 feet right here. This one absolutely smoked it on that Odom jig. Oh, let me show you guys. This is an awesome bass. Oh, he smoked it. Oh, I'll weigh it quick. We'll see how much it weighs. Yeah, I think it's recording. Yeah, it's recording.
Yeah.
Jose is weighing it for me. 3 kilograms, 2.98 kilograms. So we'll do the math later and see what that comes out to be. 3.2 kilograms. Awesome. We're gonna let this big girl go. Oh. Okay, I guess I'll explain a little bit more. Yeah, we were in 16 feet just flipping brush, and that big one came out and just smoked it. And we're using the Odom jig. It's this jig I bought from one of the guys we're staying with last night. He hand ties them, and he kind of built this jig around fishing down here in Mexico. A little rage tail on the back, and he just absolutely throttled it. Let's get back in there and get flipping. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering why this reel handle broke. Well, it broke when I set the hook on this big fish, but I guess some backstory is I stepped on it like a couple times right away early this morning. So that's not the reel's fault. That's me being a doober's fault. But just thought I'd let you guys know that. But I don't know. I think I'm just going to use it the rest of the day and just see what happens. Why not? Make it a little interesting. Yeah. Oh, close. Oh, yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, heck yeah, Jose! Whoa! Oh, holy smokes! This is definitely my personal best. This thing is huge. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes. Oh, that's a beast. Okay, we're gonna weigh this beast now.
¿Es un kilo o qué?
A kilogram.
¿Es un kilo?
Yeah. 3.86 kilograms. Holy smokes.
Más bueno, más bueno.
Thank you so much, Jose. Holy smokes. Gracias. This is definitely my personal best. This is an absolute toad. Look at the belly on this big mama. Holy smokes.
Yes, sí me ama.
This is an absolute beast. Oh my gosh, she was just ripping drag. Oh my gosh, it was 3.86 kilograms. We weighed it.
I think we're gonna grab a couple pictures, then I'm gonna let this big girl go. Holy smokes. I'm gonna get this big girl back in the water here. Look at her. She's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God. See you later, big girl. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. Oh dude, that was a beast. That was a beast. Just kind of want to take a minute to talk to you guys about kind of like the setup here. We just pulled up to a new spot, and honestly, we've been fishing a lot of the same stuff. You just kind of see some brush standing out of the water there, some hardwood, and just the boat's sitting here. I'm trying to keep the boat in like 20 to 25 feet, and then I'm flipping up and I'm really just working that jig slow along the brush. I'm just popping it off every log, kind of just giving a hard hop here and there, and these fish are just smoking down on it. So that's just kind of the setup. It's that Odom jig, and it's got some blues and grays and a little bit of green, and then I'm just putting a little craw on the back of it. Honestly, I have like no tackle. I just have like a couple of Perix rods and some jigs and spinnerbait, but so far the day's been good, so I think I'm just gonna like work this whole area down and hopefully get a couple bites. Oh yeah, net. Oh no. Oh yeah! Woo-hoo-hoo! Oh my gosh! Oh, the Odom jig does it again. Awesome! Holy smokes! Take a look at that, guys. Oh, this one is chunky. Woo-hoo! Look at how chunky he is. Dang! It says 712. Oh. What an absolutely gorgeous fish. Awesome. Thank you, Jose. You with us? Another gorgeous fish from the same spot that I caught that big one right before lunch. 712. This one is stocky and absolutely fat. This Chico Tito, he's a cuckoo in my Well, the sun is just starting to go down. We don't have much light left. I think we're just gonna hit like one or two more brush pile points, and then I think we're gonna call it a night. The rest of the week here, I'm gonna be doing just mainly filming for Alex and the Guggen squad. So today was like my one day to fish since Alex, you know, missed his flight or was delayed. I don't know. He's stuck in Brazil. This was my one day to fish, so like I kind of had to make it count. And I feel like I definitely made it count. It was awesome. I caught my personal best. Crazy experience. Thank you so much. Huge shout out to Ron Speed Jr.'s Adventures. This is a beautiful lake in Mexico with giant bass. Like, I don't know what's more fun than flipping a jig in brush and they just smoke it. It's definitely not an easy lake. Like, you have to grind for them. Like, we've all been just fishing and really haven't sat down all day from hour before light all the way till dark, and it's been a grind, but the bites are big. It's definitely quality over quantity. Today's only the first day. I'm so excited to see what the rest of the boys are gonna get throughout this trip. I don't know what else to say. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be able to experience this cool lake in this area. I don't know if I ever would have if it wasn't working for Alex, so huge shout out to him. And I don't know, thank you guys so much for watching, and happy days.